Hello, everybody. Hello. Sorry for the delay. I had some stuff going on right now, but welcome back to another stream. Oh, hey, Sans, long time no see. I haven't seen you here in a very long time. Welcome back, dude. So yeah, welcome everybody to another stream. Hopefully, you all are having a fantastic day, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you live. I know I am, and today we're gonna do something a little bit different. Normally this would be the part where I would start playing Pokemon TCG Pocket, you know, opening up the game and all that, but what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be doing some deck building. Hold on, let me get there we go. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today, guys, is basically just coming up with new decks for the upcoming set for TCG Pocket that's coming out tomorrow. And the reason why we're doing this is because the full list for set number 2 is officially out. So we know every single card in the upcoming set. We know what it's going to do. We know all the cards, like how many they're going to be and stuff like that. So I figured that we would try to, you know, build some decks for a little bit and see what kind of like strategies and builds we can try to come up with. I am going to be basically copy and pasting a bunch of other people's decks that I've seen like a couple hours prior, but then I'm also going to try to like build some decks my own, because there are a bunch of like different EX Pokemon that I do want to use. So I figured like we should start with just making the ones that other people have already made, so we can actually like save them for like tomorrow. And then after that we'll just start doing some original building. One of the decks I do want to come up with is one that involves Pachirisu. I don't know how we're going to do that exactly, but it is something I do want to try and come up with, even if the Pokemon isn't going to be very good, or at least like not top tier in like the long run. So let me just fix the screen real quick. I'm not going to do full screen because I do need to keep track of like the YouTube chats and all that stuff. Alright, so let's see. We're going to start with a Palkia deck that somebody already made that I thought looks really good. And I figured that we should try to like basically save that if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so we need 2 Froakie and 2 Frogadiers. So 1, 2. Druddigon. What the hell is Druddigon? Go. Palkia. I don't know why there's 2 of the exact same card, but okay, sure. Okay, we need Leaf. Boom. Let's see. And then Rocky Helmet. Professor's Research. Pokeball. 2. And then we need 1 copy of Misty and Cyrus. There we go. Now how do I need to figure out a way to like save the stuff. Unless there's like no way to actually do it. Oh, yeah, you can, okay. Is there like a way to download this, or no? Okay, I think there's like no way to actually like download like a screenshot of it, which kind of sucks, but okay. In that case, I'll just use Gaiazo. Give me a sec. There we go. Not now. What should we name this thing? Gyarados? No. Okay. Palkia slash Dread Greninja. Okay. Guess I gotta do spaces then. That sucks. Alright. Takes care of that. Is there a way to like refresh? Alright. Okay, so next deck I want to try to build is one that involves Darkrai and Weavile. Okay, well there's like two different variations. One of them involves Greninja again, but the other one involves one copy of Weezing. Yeah. Okay. We'll try the one with Weezing first. So, 2 copies of Cyrus. Sabrina. Leaf. Pokemon Communicator. And then Koga. 1 copy's fine. Alright. Professor's Research and Pokeball. Okay, now for the mons themselves. Coughing. Oh wait, is this the wrong one? Yeah, this is the wrong coughing. This one. Okay. 1 copy of Weezing. And then we need the Weavile line. I know nothing about the new pack since it's been... Oh, since... I know nothing about new packs since been field games sometime... Wow, okay. But I can understand where you're coming from, Sans. I can understand where you're coming from. I don't know, I feel like... I think I feel the same way, but instead of TCG Pocket, I feel that way towards Pokemon Unite. Like, I feel like very recently, well, not very recently, but more so just like for a while now, I didn't really care about Pokemon Unite as much. More so that I stopped taking the game seriously, which is why I haven't been playing as much. Instead, I've been playing TCG Pocket. Shit, what the... Yeah, this one. I don't know, I just feel like... Look, I'm the type of person who really likes to, you know, take any competitive game seriously. Even if I don't consider myself the best. But in a team game like Pokemon Unite, it can get very frustrating where there are matches where I've actually tried to win. Like, I don't make any mistakes that often. Like, I try my best. My APM is good and all that stuff. But I still end up losing because somebody on my team is somehow worse than me. And you know, that kind of feeling is something you can't really do much about, especially if you're playing solo queue. But I can't ignore the fact that it does hurt when I do lose, because it's not my fault that somebody else is just dog shit, you know? I don't know, that's just something I've really hated for a while now, and it seems like as of late, Pokemon Unite's like matchmaking system and the type of people I get paired up with has just gotten worse and worse. And I think something that I've never really... Well, there's something else that I've completely forgotten about, but should have known a long time ago, is that I'm the type of person who often does well when I'm by myself, rather than being in like a team or being forced to like work with somebody who doesn't share like the same like ideology and mindset as me. It should have been obvious from like the get-go, but that's just something I keep forgetting about until like it's too late. Whereas with TCG Pocket, everything is heavily dependent on me and just me. Like, I need to make sure that I'm playing well. I need to make sure that, you know, things are going as great. and that I don't make as much mistakes. And if I do make a mistake, well, that's my fault. I fucked up, and I need to work on trying to be better next time. So I don't have to like worry about somebody else screwing over my games because it's not my fault that I'm playing good, but my teammate is playing worse than me, you know? If that makes any sense. Just a gamble for the win-loss most rank system. Yeah. Yeah, then again, Pokemon Unite is a MOBA game, so anything that's like team-based, you're guaranteed to meet some people who are just really, really bad. And that's just something you can't really do about. It sucks, but it is what it is. Fuck, what was I doing again? Oh yeah, I need to screenshot this and save this for later. I forgot. I got sidetracked by going on a little tangent about the game. There we go. But with TCG Pocket, I am feeling like a lot better about it. Like, I definitely have way more fun playing this game than I have with Pokemon Unite in a very long time. No, it was wheezing. Why did I type in Sneasler? It's meant to be Weavile. There we go. Okay. Let's see. What other decks do I need to make before we start making original decks? We got the Palkia one. We got one of the Darkrai ones. Crap. I'm trying to like keep track of everything. Oh yeah, there's supposed to be another Darkrai Weavile set, but instead of wheezing, it's Greninja. So we need to make that real quick. 2 copies of Cyrus, 2 copies of Leaf, get rid of Sabrina, Communicator, and Koga, right? So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay, and then the rest of it should be the Greninja line. Boom. Boom. There we go. Save image. There we go. All right. Next one I need to do. Let's see. There we go. Alright, this is the last pre-made deck I'm gonna make, and then we'll start making original ones. Dialga with Melmetal and Mew. Seems fair enough. Seems fair enough. So let's see. 2 balls, 2 researches, so we keep those. Get rid of Leaf. Get rid of Cyrus. All this. Okay. Let's see. So we need Dialga, Mew, okay, Melmetal. Let's see, and then we need a copy of Sabrina. We need a copy of Geo. We need X speed. Let's see. Giant cloak. Understandable. TCG Pocket, yeah, I do like it. Rely on yourself, and skill is most I like in the game. Yeah, that's exactly why I've been like playing this a lot more lately, and why I want to actually like compete in more online tournaments, like whenever that stuff rolls around for the new set. I do want to start competing in those. And on top of that, I do want to make more content for TCG Pocket because I feel like I haven't been doing that a lot lately with Genetic Apex and Mythical Island. So with Space Time Smackdown, when it comes out tomorrow, I definitely want to try and do like a ton of videos and then also like compete in a lot of tournaments with the new cards and just see how well I can do from there. Because I don't know, my results in tournaments so far have been pretty decent across the board. Like I'm not getting like last place or getting like terrible placements in tournaments. Like my resume so far has been pretty decent across the board. With the highest placing I've ever gotten was 66th place out of I think 500 plus players in an online tournament. So it definitely shows that I have what it takes to be better, but obviously that's not enough. I need to do more. I need to do way more than that. Is that everything I need? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I'm missing 2 more. What the hell am I missing? Oh, I'm missing Leaf. I'm missing a copy of Leaf. There we go. Almost dropped my phone. But we good. We good. We good. Okay, so we finally got this last pre-made deck out of the way. So I need to save this. There we go. Alright. So it's Dialga, Mew, and Melmetal. Alright. Now we can start getting into the fun part. Building original decks. PU. I don't know what PU means. Most speedsters or those quick frame rates on phone, I can't see anything compared to those playing on controller / Nintendo, so I can't enjoy. I do love the playstyle stuff, but can't play on rank. Sometimes my screen froze. I mean, at that point, you just need to get a better phone. Assuming you even have the money for it, but if not, then oh well. But yeah, I guess like a lot of people do have like their own playstyle when it comes to like, you know, playing games and stuff like that. So it makes sense. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go on Discord and look at what kind of decks people are trying to come up with and see what we can do to make our own stuff. Because I do want to try making a Pachirisu deck, actually. I do want to try and make a Pachirisu deck. So I think the first thing we're going to do is probably that. So let's see. Chi. And we're going to go U. Okay, so now we need something to pair up with this. We need something to pair up with this badly. Hold on, let me try filter by lightning. And then let's see what we can do with just the lightning type Pokemon. You don't have that kind of money for a new phone? I mean, understandable. Phones are very expensive nowadays. Okay. I feel like the most logical thing would be to add Pikachu, but at the same time, he relies on a bench, on a full bench to even get stuff going. Not to mention that even with the item, a Pokemon tool attached to Pachirisu, it only does 10 less damage than Pikachu with a full bench. And the thing with hold on, let me see this. Yeah, discard an energy from this Pokemon. Yeah, lightning energy from this Pokemon. It works. I think it works good with original Magnezone, because with Volt Charge, once during your turn, you may take a lightning energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. So you can literally use this just to ramp up Magnezone in the back, while Pachirisu or I don't know, like another lightning type Pokemon actually does the heavy lifting, or at least most of it. I think we'll try to go with two copies of the Deme. I like to get that paralysis going. So 2, 4. God damn. Wait, what's this? If this Pokemon has 2 extra lightning units. Okay. Pikachu relies on full bench. Well, no, okay. Here's the thing. Calling Pikachu EX useless is a that is a huge understatement. Because up until this point, Pikachu has been a top tier deck. So to say that he's useless is bullshit. Just 100%. A lot of people have dominated with Pikachu in tournaments. And I've used him myself, and I know how good he is. But I feel like at the same time, Pachirisu is like a slightly better Pikachu, because for 2 lightning energy, he can pretty much just start swinging regardless of whether or not your bench is full. And if you put a Pokemon tool attached to that, you are doing 80 damage at maximum, which is 10 damage less than Pikachu, but the fact that it doesn't rely on a full bench is pretty good. Maybe not consistently good, but still good regardless. So I can definitely see, like, I don't know, at some point I can see like a lightning deck that involves both Pikachu and Pachirisu, and somebody will most likely find a way to combine those two together and make it work. But at the same time, for me personally, I want to try and build a deck that solely focuses on Pachirisu. If I can't come up with anything like better, I could try to go with, you know, just combining the two together and then just throw in, like, I don't know, not Jolteon though. You need an Eevee for that. Something like Galvantula or like Zebstrika would work. Yeah, it's exactly like Pikachu has very high like damage ceiling, and against like most decks in the very beginning of the meta, Pikachu is very consistent at doing it. Being able to like dish out 90 damage with a full bench as early as turn 3, that's pretty good. That's very, very good. But as like time goes on and, you know, Pikachu like slowly fades out of irrelevance, maybe he'll find his way back in like a different type of lightning deck, who knows. But the more cards that get added that may end up being better than Pikachu, the more he's gonna fall out of the meta, like very slowly. That being said, I think right now, with all the cards that we have with Space Time Smackdown, I'd say Pikachu someone has a chance, but at the same time, I could see other people picking like, you know, like other decks besides the electric type decks. Because if anything, I feel like electric type decks this time around haven't really gotten much of a buff. But I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong on that. Okay, let me try Galvantula. So 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8. And then we need Okay, at the very least, I'd like to have one bench sniper. Maybe not this Electabuzz because, you know, for 2 energy, that's a little bit inconsistent. Especially if I'm not careful enough, so... I don't know, I feel like adding a Zip Striker would probably do it too. So 2, 4, 6, 8. But it feels a little inconsistent. Alright, how about get rid of the one copy today? So 2, 4... 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Oh. Damn, this is harder than I thought. This is actually harder than I thought. Okay. Alright, we'll add one copy of Pikachu. We'll add one copy of Pikachu. Just to have, like, a little bit more damage, you know what? Granted, I could replace Pikachu with Zapdos. But, I don't know, that coin flip can be very inconsistent sometimes, because if you get, like, 4 heads with Zapdos' strongest attack, that is a huge, huge disadvantage. And it's more of a reason to crash out. It's still balanced, I think. A lot of turn try to cure paralysis, which is fair. Yeah, and with speaking of curing paralysis, there is a new Pokemon tool that's going to come to the game that basically cures all status effects. So stuff like paralysis, sleep, poison, burn, confusion. There's going to be a new Pokemon tool that, when equipped, can basically mitigate all that for 1 turn. So I feel like status effects are going to be less common, but if you don't have a berry attached to it, it could possibly work. Actually, you know what? Now that I say that, I don't think the Danny would probably work in this. Because if the enemy team has a I think it was a Lumberry? What's the name of the hell's the name of the card again? Yeah, Lumberry. Yeah, Lumberry. If the enemy team has this, and I manage to paralyze somebody with the Dene, they're just gonna put this on and completely mitigate the paralysis altogether, making the Dene ultimately useless. And you know, I don't really think that's a good idea. Lightning. Get rid of this. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Damn. Okay. Let me try. Okay, I'll add a Zapdos just in case, as like basically a final gambit. Actually, okay, how about this? Instead of Pikachu, there we go. Boom. Because with Mew, genome hacking is basically doesn't require any type of like colored energy, so any energy can work on Mew, and I can use that as like a last ditch resort. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Go back to lightning real quick. Is there anything else I could add that could be better? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright. Then this is our Pokemon lineup. Now for supports. For supports. So trainers. Yeah, we got all the here. Okay, so obviously researching Pokeballs, you can't really go wrong without them. It's pretty much a mandatory thing. Okay. Now, we definitely need tools in order for Pachirisu to fully use its potential. So I'm thinking giant cape. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So I have 4 more slots left. And I think we'll go 1 copy of Mars, which is basically red card on crack. And then how many retreat costs? Oh wow, I didn't even realize this before. All the Pokemon on this deck have only one energy retreat cost. So I can just use XP for this. I can literally just use XP. And then for last spot, actually, let's replace this Mars with a regular one just to keep consistency. There we go. Okay, and last spot, I think. I think we'll do a copy of Cyrus. Yeah, I think we'll do a copy of Cyrus. Because with Cyrus, switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has damage on it to the active spot. So if we can use Substrika to basically do some chip damage to any Pokemon on the board, and then we use Cyrus to force swap them in, that's going to be very, very good. Okay. Hold on. Let me do some like last minute changes just in case. No. What's this? What's this new rotom? If the Pokemon has a tool attached, this attack does 30 more damage. Okay. I mean, 70's fine, I guess. Like, the HP is pretty good, but it relies on a tool in order to use 50 damage, which I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of. Here, what about this one? Oh no, it's just the same card, just with a different art. Okay, I didn't even realize it. Holy shit. All right. Wait. Let's go with colorless. I want to see if there's like any basic Pokemon that can actually be very useful. No. What's this new Eevee? There's a new Eevee card coming with the set too. Okay. It's not really good. Okay, what about this one though? Before doing damage, discard all Pokemon tools from your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay. No, I thought I had like I thought I had like a different impression of this deck, but nope. It's not gonna be useful with lightning. Alright, then I guess we'll go back to lightning again. I think we'll replace Zapdos and just put Farfetch. Can I? Nope. Okay. I think we'll just do this for the Pachirisu deck. Do I think this is going to be top tier? Hell no. But could this lead to something useful? It depends. And because it's not Pikachu EX, we don't have to worry about like putting a full bench of all electric Pokemon just to do 90 damage. So if I put a cloak on Mew, that's like 150 HP. If I put it on Pachirisu, that's 140. Galvantula, I think with the giant cape, that's 100 HP. And then for Zebstrika, that's 110. So overall, pretty decent. And I guess for like Farfetch'd, that's like 80. So pretty much, we have multiple options. Our damage output isn't stupid crazy. Like, it's not going to be one-shotting decks or beating anyone's ass, like, heavily. Well, not heavily. It's not going to beat anyone's ass quickly, but it's pretty decent enough that it can work under the right circumstances. I'm definitely not going to bring this into a tournament unless somebody out there can make a better Pachirisu deck than me. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. All right. Now I just need to screenshot this so I can save this for later. Or not later. I'll save this for tomorrow. There we go. The next deck I want to try and build is one around either Infernape EX or Gallade EX. I want to try and build a deck around one of those. Crap, I already forgot the name of it. What was it? Pachirisu, Mew, and who else? I guess we'll just put Zebstrika. Or Galvantula, actually. Galvantula. There we go. Alright. Next deck. We are going to try and build one around Gallade. So, I think for Gallade, we need a Routes and a Curlia for this to work, right? Let me see real quick. Attack does 20 damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active weapon. Okay. So basically this card is like a better Alakazam and a better Jinx. It's definitely... It does require 2 energy, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad. I mean, I think for Alakazam, you needed like 3 energy in order to start swinging. And although Jinx requires 1 energy, its damage output is pretty low, so it's often used as like a tank, or as like a counter, or as like an aggressive attacker like early game. But in mid to late game, Jinx is pretty much just a counter or a shield. A meat shield, rather. Gallade, I think, is going to be much better than that. So we need Routes. Well, I guess the downside with the new Routes is that it requires 1 energy to actually be able to retreat it back, which I'm not really a huge fan of. I think the new Routes is better, but I'm not too sure about Curlia. Okay, both of them have like... Yeah, okay, both have, I think, 80 HP? Yeah, both have 80 HP. But... 20 damage for Slap, though, I don't know. I mean, not requiring an extra energy to start swinging is nice and all, but... I don't know, that 30 attack is pretty good. Alright, we'll add the old Curlia. So now we have our full line. Now we just need to build a deck around this. So I already know what I'm gonna add for this as like a supporter. We're adding in the new Lucario. Because with this thing, holy shit. Fighting Coach. Attacks used by your fighting Pokemon do plus 20 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So... 70 base damage from Gallade on top of Lucario giving you an extra 20. That's basically a 90 on base damage, which is really good. And I think unlike Superior, there is no consequences if you try to put 2 Lucarios into the onto the bench. So I think with that in mind, you can pretty much stack up to 40. In theory, we don't I don't personally know if that's gonna work or not. I'll need to test it out once the new set comes out. But if we can stack 2 Lucarios' damages and add 40 on top of the 70 base damage from Gallade, 900. That's on average 110 damage, which is already busted enough. Like, it's already busted enough. So adding Lucario into this deck is definitely like an absolute. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We could try to add 1 or 2 more Pokemon. I don't know. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, I think we have space for 1 more Pokemon, and I think we're going to. Okay, so I have a choice. I could add either Marshadow as like a revenge, or I can do Hitmonlee for chip damage. Marshadow requires 2 energy, and my previous Pokemon needs to be knocked out in order for revenge to work. On the other hand, Hitmonlee can do 30 to any of the bench Pokemon, which might not be like game breaking now because of the addition of the Magic Cloak from the Pokemon Tool stuff. So having an additional 20 HP is pretty much going to make most bench snipers fucking useless. But at the same time, it wouldn't hurt to have at least some kind of chip damage going on. So let's see. Yeah, if any of your Pokemon are knocked out by damage or from your home's actions, just damage. So on average, that's like 100. Huh, okay. Hitmonlee does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Well, I think we'll add the Hitmonlee for chip damage. Yeah, okay. Okay. I think... I don't know. I'm really debating on whether or not I should use the new routes or the old one. Because the new routes does look good in theory. It does look good in theory. But at the same time, like, being able to do 10... I think it was 10 chip damage if you go second. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so 10 damage as early as turn 2. I don't know, it seems too good to be true. Oh, right, I forgot. We also need to consider the fact that we have to protect the routes while we're trying to ramp it up into Gallade. Shit. I didn't think it that far through, huh? That sucks. Okay, how about this? How about this? We could try to add a copy of Druddigan, but we also need to consider, like, Leaf. We also need to consider Leaf as well. Since I think everybody on this deck requires... No, okay, so Lucario requires 2 energy to retreat, and everyone else is just 1. Actually, that's kind of good that Gallade only requires 1 energy. I really like that. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, okay, we'll add the Druddigan. Okay, now we need items. We need items. So of course, the usual. all in research. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have 5 more slots left. I think I'm going to add... Oh, wait. Did I put... Hold on, let me check something on my folder. Did I put Pokemon Communicator on my Pachirisu deck? Probably not. No, I didn't. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, okay, I'll need to modify the Pachirisu deck later on. I need to remind myself to do that later. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I should probably put like a Pokemon Communicator on that deck instead of the Farfetch. Because if I put too many basic Pokemon in, it's gonna be very hard to find the ones that I actually need in like the heat of a battle. Okay. I think we'll add... Okay, well, Gallade doesn't really need it. Yeah, matter of fact, I think everybody on this team does not require or doesn't need Giant Cape. So I think we'll just add 2 Rocky Helmets. Especially for the Druddigan. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so I have like 3 slots left. I think we will add... Okay, 2 copies of Cyrus. How about this? Get rid of 1 copy of Cyrus. Put a Leaf. Actually, 2 copies of Leaf. And the reason why I say that is because in case... Yeah, in case, like, Lucario gets forced into the spot, it'll be very painful to bring him out of there. Huh. Alright. I'm thinking about using regular routes then. There we go. Trainer, boom. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Wait. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. Yep. I think this could work. Obviously, this is not the final version. I'll need to like actually test it out for myself and see what other people think before I like make any like adjustments. But so far, seems pretty solid. It seems pretty solid. So, alright, I think we have our Gallade deck for now. So let me screenshot this so I can save it for later. And I think the next deck I'm going to work on, or at least try to build something out of, is Infernape. One of my friends really loves Infernape as his favorite Pokemon, so we're going to see if we can try to make him proud. And if by some fucking miracle he ends up watching the stream, you know who you are. Okay, so it was Gallade, Gallade Lucario, Drud. Okay. All right, next up, Infernape time. We gotta build Infernape now. Let's see. Okay, so obviously, close this. Infernape. 2 copies of you. 2 copies of you. And 2 copies of you. Alright, wait. There we go. Okay, so now we need to build a deck revolving around this. Now, we also need to consider that while Flare Blitz is very good for 140 damage, the consequence of using this is that you have to discard all your fire energy from this Pokemon. So this Pokemon is basically a better version of Raichu without needing an additional card to actually get the damage done. But at the same time, it also functions like a Stormy because that retreat cost is basically 0. You can literally retreat this thing at any time you want with no consequences required. Maybe like getting a little bit of damage onto you, but that's neither here or there. But this also means that while he's back on the bench, we need to ramp him up again. Which sure, 2 fire energy may not be a lot, but it can be a pain in the ass because that could take a while. So I think Inferno would work a lot better if Moltres was there. So while you ramp up with Moltres, and you use Infernal Dance to basically put Infernape back on the map, we also need another Pokemon that can basically act as either a meat shield or as like an early game aggressor. Wait. Fire type. Get rid of this. There. So let's see. We need to figure out a way to have this deck work solely around fire types, right? What does Heat Rotom do? Is this like flip a coin? If heads, this attack does 30 more in damage. I mean, 2 energy is not very good. In my honest opinion, like 2 energy is a little risky. I'd like to find a Pokemon. Well, I guess Rapidash and Ponyta could work too. Or Salazzle. Hold on. If your opponent's active Pokemon is poison, this attack does 40 more damage. It doesn't say anything about actually poisoning them, but okay. I'm assuming this is like the same card just with a different art, right? Yeah, okay. It's just the same card, different art. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Let's see. No. I don't know. Hmm. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. Fuck. Wait. Hold up. This Salandit does 20. This Salandit does 20. And this Salazzle. And it only requires 1 energy. But it's only 30 damage though. Sure, the poison chip damage could work, but I feel like we can aim for we can aim something higher. We can aim higher. Okay, this also does 30 damage for 1 energy, which is not good. there like a new... Yeah, there was like a new Magmar and Magmotor card, right? So maybe we can see if something like that would work. Take an energy from your energy zone and attach it. Okay, so this one doesn't even attack at all. This one just ramps up energy. Which I guess could work with Magmotor. Also, that retreat cost on the Magmotor is crazy. Like, you got me fucked up if you think I'm gonna be using that. Two, 4, 6. Yeah, really, the only other option I have is this. Stomp, flip a coin. If heads, does 30 more damage. Does 60. But again, it relies on coin flipping, and I don't like that. I'm not really a huge fan of coin flipping decks aside from Celebi. And sure, you could say that this is also a coin flip deck because of Moltres, but at least if I get 1 Tails, I have a guaranteed chance of getting like at least 1 or 2 heads, and that is very good, especially if we're using Infernape, which only requires 2 heads. So, I don't know what to tell you. Two, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8. Let me check Discord and see if there's like anybody like coming up with like good decks for Infernape. I imagine people are like coming up with shit, right? Okay. Yeah, it seems like not many people are using, or not using, rather, not many people are being favorable towards Infernape. Is stage 2 fire, which competes with Charizard and it discards all energy, meaning you can't stack energy on it with Moltres anyway. And there's no reliable way to get additional scores of fire if you... Yeah, not many people are really using Infernape, or at least trying to go for it. Gonna go do some stuff now. Happy Chinese New Year's. Oh, I didn't even know that was happening, but okay. Thanks for stopping by, Sans. I really do appreciate it. I didn't even know that was happening at all. Yeah, it seems like not many people are putting a lot of faith into Infernape. Because I'm looking at like through I'm looking at what people are thinking about it in like the general chat on Discord. Everybody is saying that it's just the worst version of Charizard. To be fair, if you get both Moltres, you can Inferno Dance the other one and use that one when you switch out of Infernape. That was my like thought process too. Like I was thinking about like maybe having like 2 Infernapes on the bench and then you can like rotate between the 2. But then again, I don't even know if that's going to be possible. I don't know. This is like really hard to think about. So I think we'll just abandon the Infernape line for now. And then we'll figure out something else, like, if we can. I think there's one more deck? I think there's like one more deck I can try to do. And that would be Yanmega Executor. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Lily. Actually, Dialga. There we go. Because at least with this, we can actually try to... We could try to ramp up Yanmega with Dialga's energy. I don't think it's going to be a top tier deck, but it could be fun to try out. But now we need something to synergize these two together, because I think these two by themselves ain't going to cut shit. And since Yanmega only requires 3 colorless energy for 120 damage, fuck. Okay, let me see if I can try to use colorless. Yeah, we'll do colorless. What does Fan Rotom do? Oh, so it's like Aerodactyl. Okay. Also, Licky EX. Jesus Christ. Pair this up with Dialga and oh, you're gonna be doing a lot of damage no matter what. Yeah. Dialga can work with Melmetal, it can work with Pidgeot, it can work with Yanmega, and it can definitely work with Licky. Problem is, Licky requires a coin flip in order to do more damage. Base 100 is pretty good, but I don't know. It requires a lot. It also requires exactly 4 energy to retreat too, so. My god. Yeah, I don't think I'll use Licky Licky. Two, 4, 6, 8. Nah, the retreat cost on Wigglytuff is just too much. Okay, how about this? Super Fang. Have your opponent's active Pokemon remaining HP rounded down. This mechanic I still don't know how to actually wrap my head around. Have your opponent's active Pokemon's remaining HP rounded down. This is one of the types of abilities where I have to see it for myself in action to fully understand like its mechanic. But it seems like other people online have already figured it out before me, so who knows, they might be onto something. But for now, I'm gonna try and just stick with what the hell is Farfetch? I cannot find that duck anywhere. Oh my god, hold on. There we go. 2, 4, 6, 8. Huh, okay, hold on. Let me try colorless again. There we go. No. Oh, that's Glamio. Okay. Man. I don't know. I just like the retreat cost is just way too much on most of these Pokemon. I need something that'll be like consistent, if that makes sense. Man, this is harder than I thought. Okay, let me see. No, we can't do grass Pokemon because Dialga. Yeah, we can't do that because of Dialga. Alright. We'll just try to go with this, and then we'll switch over to trainers. So obviously, I'd like to have 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. 10, 12, 14. 16. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Okay, so I have like 3 more slots left. Also. Okay, I thought I heard something. Never mind. Okay, then I have 1 more slot. Okay. Again, I'm just throwing like I'm basically throwing darts at a wall and just see what I think could work in theory. It all depends on actual practice and whether or not it works. Colorless, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Pretty good. It seems pretty good, the new Chatot. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, the old one, just being able to reshuffle your deck in case you get like an automatic brick would be pretty useful as well. But I mean, for 20 damage, it's okay. And even if you get tails, on all 3 coins, you're still doing at least 20, which in the early game is, you know, pretty good. It's mid to late game is when you should really start to worry on whether or not your coin flips will be good or not. Okay, wait, so if it does 20 and I get 3 heads, 2, 6, 8. Wow, that's 80 damage at maximum. Huh. Okay, I'll replace 1 Farfetch with 1 Chatot. That way we have at least 1 Pokemon that can do 40 damage in the early game, and then the other one we can do at most 20. And if we get lucky, maybe more than 40. Alright. There we go. Alright. We have possibly the most cursed as fuck deck you could possibly lay your eyes upon. A Yanmega Dialga deck. With Farfetch and the new Chatot as basically like early game attacker. This won't work. This definitely won't work, but I'm willing to give it a shot. We have 2 Rocky Helmets for both Dialga and Yanmega, or Chatot or Farfetch, but mostly for Yanmega and Dialga. So I think the goal with this deck is to use Dialga as an energy ramp, of course. You want to be able to ramp him up with like 30 damage, ramp him up with 2 energies, and then just ramp up the Yanmega on the back. And then also try to like ramp up Chatot and Farfetch as well. And then equip the 2 with Rocky Helmet. Or Magic Giant Cape, that works too. Then we got 2 Leaves. Mainly for Dialga, but it can also work on other Pokemon as well. Cyrus, in case we get some damage onto one of the opponent's Pokemon, and we can force them in. Mars, basic again, red card on crack. And of course, Pokemon Communicator, in case we need a Pokemon that is way more important in a current situation. So, we're gonna see if this works tomorrow. Oh wait, before that, I gotta full screen this first. Take a screenshot. Okay. So Yanmega, Dialga, Farfetch. Alright. I think that's going to be it for now. I think I'll end the stream here. I'm gonna end the stream here because tomorrow morning I have to go to the airport and drop off my dad. With my family, of course. So, and we have to like get up very, very early, so can't stick around for too long, and I think a full hour or plus of me just building decks and then just coming up with random stuff and see how things go is already good enough. So that's gonna be it for today's stream. I'll leave it at that. Tomorrow, if things go to plan, I'd like to come home and just start streaming the new expansion, the new set that's coming out, rather. I want to start streaming that as early as possible, like once I'm able to get back home. So yep, that's gonna be it. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate anybody coming by and, you know, watching till the very end. It really means a lot. If you enjoy these types of streams and want to see more like it in the future, feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, be sure to hit the follow button. I really appreciate it. And of course, on both of my YouTube and Twitch streams, you can find my social media links. They will all be detailed on the respective pages. So if you want to follow me on Twitter and on all that stuff, you know where to find them. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. Hope to see you guys tomorrow night, if all goes to plan. If not, then Saturday at the